Hello everyone, good evening, welcome to Talking Reds, where we bring you the latest Liverpool news and transfer news and much more. Florian Wirtz is looking more likely to Liverpool as the days go by. A little bit on Diaz, Nunez potentially leaving the door this summer as well. Atletico Madrid are the team that are in for Darwin Nunez. Luis Diaz is mainly Barcelona at the moment. João Pedro is on the cards for Liverpool as well in terms of replacing our forward line. Milos Kerkez is certainly much more advancing as we get on by the days as well. Florian Wirtz is obviously the main topic right now, but there's certainly other storylines to speak about in terms of Liverpool and going into this transfer window with full guns blazing. That's what it seems right now. Full guns blazing for Liverpool. Michael Edwards is on his way to America. He's on his way to Boston to speak to John Henry and basically beg for the Florian Wirtz money. And if you watched our 1 second, guys, let's change the lighting on that. Right, if you watched our stream on Friday night on Red Zone, you will find out that we actually predicted that he would have to go to Boston. This is what we said. Myself and Harmony was on Red Zone on Friday night. So go back to our episode on Friday night, Red Zone episode, and we predicted that Michael Edwards will have to go and see John Henry in person himself to get this money. And we were just having a laugh about it. We weren't really fully serious about it. We're like saying, oh, this is what he'll have to do. We'll have to massage him and see if we can get the money. But this is actually the case right now. Michael Edwards is going to America, has gone to America, flying to Boston to see if he can speak to John Henry and FSG about this Florian Wirtz deal and trying to convince him that we should be paying this sort of money for a player like this because he could be potentially a world-class signing, and we don't usually do a signing like this, so it might need that little extra buttering up of John Henry. Give me a second, I don't know what's going on here with the lights. Weird lighting. There we go. So yeah, Michael was all the way to America for the John Henry speaking about Florian Wirtz. Do you guys think he'll get done? Do you think that's what will take to get over the line? Do you think Florian Wirtz can be a Liverpool player? Is it going to happen? Guys? I'm not pessimistic. I'm just not wanting myself to get burnt again. I don't want to get too excited about the Florian Wirtz thing, but as it keeps going on, as it keeps continuing going on, and the more Bayern Munich seems to be getting frustrated about it, I've seen Bayern pages be frustrated and sort of accepting that they're not going to get him. Is it going to be the chance where Liverpool can take now? Liverpool have got a perfect chance and potentially the chance to really put a statement down this summer. A big statement. That's exactly what it will be. Good evening, Polo Mint. How are we doing today, mate? 50-50, he said this, Polo. A 50-50. I'm not quite 50-50. I wish I was 50-50, but I'm not quite 50-50 just yet. I'd be lying to you if I said 50-50. I'm still on. Yeah, last night was 10%. I think I might have gone to 15% today. Just because it is starting to look more like towards Liverpool as it processes on. Normally it's the way around with Liverpool. Normally when things drag out, it's normally they don't really get over the line. Real McCoy said here, Edwards wouldn't have gone to Boston if the player didn't tell him he wanted. I think that's what it is. I think I absolutely agree with that. I think the player has sort of given certainly an indication of like, I'm open to Liverpool. Certainly a very good indication. And again, Wirtz's parents were happy with LFC. Yeah, exactly, Polo. And I think that plays a big part in Michael Edwards going to Boston. But I want to ask you a question, guys. Does any other sporting director do this, or chief executive? Does any other club do this, where they've got to go and travel a different country to beg their owner for the money? I find it really strange for me. Really, John Henry should back him whatever, regardless. If that's the people that they put in charge to run this club and go and achieve, John Henry should back him regardless. He shouldn't have to go all the way to America to convince him. For me, I find that really strange. And that's again we see. Look, it is down. I think it's absolutely showing that it is down to the owners sometimes how much we spend. It absolutely is. It's whether they sanction the money or not. And when in the past I've seen Klopp blamed for not spending enough. I've seen Edwards blamed for not spending enough. I've seen Julian Ward. I've seen Schmatz blamed for not spending enough. It's down to the owners. They make the rules. We've got to play. We've got a person here now running the whole football lot, and he's still got to go and fly over to America and basically ask or whatever it'd be asking. But it's like begging in a way. He's got to go over there and convince him that yes, we need that money for Florian Wirtz, and that's why I'll always doubt us making these sort of signings because usually they don't say yes. They don't say yes. Based on the evidence, says Paddy Pierre from the past, I don't think we will get him. Too many big names fumbled for Michael liking. Well, it's a lot of money. Exactly, it is a lot of money. But still, if they put people in charge, they've got to trust what they're doing. It's not like we don't make the money. We've made enough money this season, certainly, to have it sanctioned. Yes, to Liverpool. Yes, owners have final say. That it's their club. Does the same for all sports teams. I get that, but I don't like the fact that he has to go over to America. Why does he have to go all the way to America to speak to him about it? If this guy is put him in charge, why can't I just phone call do or something like that? Just say, "Oh, I will." You know, it's quite weird. It's like asking your mates if your mate can sleep, come around to sleep in it, but it shouldn't be like that. As that Edwards probably had to do with the big sell to John Henry. I don't even want to know what he's done for John Henry. We suggested that he will he'll probably give him a massage on Friday. That it's got to sweeten him. He's got to do something. Buy him a cigar, whatever he needs to do. He's got to do something, and I do find that odd, but I get it. It's a strange scenario. I wonder if any other club does this, where they have to sort of go across out of the way to ask for the money. It's sort of like asking you. It's like asking your mum and dad for like, oh, can I go get a snack from the cupboard? Go for it. You know, we bought those snacks. If you've eaten all dinner, well done. You've eaten all dinner. It's really funny when you look at it like that. John Henry likes speed deals at his house. He does the same for Red Sox. Yeah, I get it. I do get it, but why put him in charge then? He's got to trust who he's got in charge. Like I said, it's like asking mum and dad for a snack cupboard. If you've eaten all your dinner, you deserve a snack. That's right. That's why we bought them. Pedro would be a better replacement for Nunez over Sesko. I think it would be. We're going to talk about João Pedro in just a short moment because there is news coming out about João Pedro. Let's get started with the Florian Wirtz news then. Obviously, the reports last night that Edwards has gone to Boston, has gone to America to speak to John Henry and speak to FSG about Florian Wirtz. Try to get it over the line. They really must fancy this transfer right now. So Sport Bild, which is a German... Is it a German? It is a German thing, isn't it? A Sport Bild. Yeah, it's a German outlet. So describe the reason behind Liverpool going for a mega deal with Leverkusen because they seen him as the successor for Mohamed Salah. Not sure if they meant it in this sense, though. I don't know if they mean it as in like as a right winger for Salah. I don't think that. I think it's more of that superstar sort of status. Salah is going to go in 2 years' time. There's not going to be an extension after that. We've got to be honest there. So I think they see Florian Wirtz as that superstar name going forward in the next 4 or 5 years. And, taking over Salah on terms of that. He's not going to replace Salah on right wing. He's probably not going to replace Salah's goals. He might replace his creativity, certainly. I think if someone like a Florian Wirtz comes into Liverpool, he instantly potentially becomes the most creative player we've got. That's how good he is. Paul comes in here. I don't think his parents would have come over if the money wasn't there to buy him. I think the money's always there though, Paul. It's just whether it's sanctioned by FSG or not. That's the thing. We always can afford these players. Wirtz to sign for Tranmere Rovers. that's what it all is. They've come all the way over to Liverpool to sign for Tranmere Rovers. 177 million for Premier League, 100 million for Champions League, and selling 69 players. I think so. We've always, but this is the thing. We've always had the money. In the past, with Caicedo, with Bellingham, we've always had the money there. It's just whether it's sanctioned. One of the most richest clubs in world football, one of the biggest clubs in world football, and when we can afford these players, we just never do it because we never sanction the money by FSG. And it's down to FSG in the end. And that's why Michael is having to go over there to sort it out. Wirtz is a super player. They must do everything, try and get him. I want to ask you guys in the chat, actually, because I was thinking about it today. Say £120 million for Wirtz, £130 million for Wirtz. Quite similar. Probably Isak fees, probably quite similar. Which one you want him? Isak or Wirtz? If you had to choose one, you can only choose one of those, Isak or Wirtz. Which one are you picking? And I'm sort of torn on this. I absolutely love Wirtz. And if you go back onto our videos, go onto our Talking Reds homepage, go onto our videos, and if you'll see 3 ambitious signings, it was called. I did 3 ambitious signings. Wirtz was one of them, and so was Isak. And I'm not saying I don't want Wirtz, but I would prefer Isak because because we need a number 9 more so. But I ain't certainly crying at Wirtz. If Wirtz were going to happen, I get that. I get, like I said, I won't argue either way. To be honest, Parliament says Wirtz, Paul says Wirtz. If Edwards was here to beat Chelsea for the 2 midfielders, but Edwards sitting down again, it's down to the money side of things for me. It did with Lavia. We literally cried over 5. Andrew said Isak because we need a striker. That's what I'm thinking more. So if I had to choose either one of them, it would be Isak because we need a striker. I think we need a creative 10, but not more so than a striker. 1 Wirtz or 3 Frimpong level £40 million players, aka Kerkez, still at Fofana. Fofana's a good shout, you know. I want Wirtz and Mbeumo. Mbeumo is very, very good. I think there is better options than Mbeumo, though, Polo. I do think that. But he's a very, very good player, and he probably does deserve a step up at some point. I think maybe do it again at Brentford. I think see where Brentford go next year, see if they can build on that, and then maybe step up to a different club. It depends who goes for him as well, because there's so many good wide players now, especially in the Premier League as well, like Semenyo, Kudus, Bowen, Mitoma, players like that. It's hard to get a move like that for Mbeumo when there's so many other targets as well. And, you know, Liverpool are going to go for the big targets out there in world football. Nico Williams is another one in world football. I think Real Madrid are looking at him now, Nico Williams. It's very interesting to see what happens with someone like Alain Mbeumo. It really is. Whether he stays there for good or he can step up. Just getting the I did have something up here regarding Florian Wirtz. But yeah, let me know in the chat, guys. Do you think? Let me know percentage. I'm going to ask you guys in the chat. Florian Wirtz to Liverpool. How sure are you out of 100% that this is happening? Maybe not in this is happening. How sure that it can happen? I'm on 15%. I'll be absolutely honest. I was on 10% last night. The more I'm seeing today, I've seen a big Bayern account not happy with the way it's gone, saying that potentially losing him now. The Bayern Munich sort of outlets around Bayern, around Germany, all reporting that Liverpool are very ready to get this guy. And no, this is German outlets here. This is Bayern outlets that will put Bayern first and try and make Bayern the one that is definitely going to get him. And they're all sort of like swaying towards Liverpool right now. So they're very mixed percentages here. Very mixed. Paul's 50-50. I'm surprised. This just shows you done it. Football transfers and Liverpool in general. 50-50. 20 says Harrison. 70% says Andrew. Alex says, Alex says 99.9. Whoa, that's a big one. Baldwin has put his neck on the line, guys. Baldwin has put his neck on the line. 100% is joining the Liverpool Football Club. 30% Pradeep, 15% Paolo, and 70% for Andrew as well because of Edwards. I get that. I think Edwards probably does add a little bit more percentage on hope. How good Edwards actually is. But that's a very, very mixed. Polo said 50%. German papers say LFC are offered money, no questions. But yeah, I think it's very strange that is the German outlets that are predicting this right now and started saying sort of things. So Fabrizio Romano has come out and spoken about it as well. Liverpool are trying. Liverpool are doing their job. Wirtz was quite open to listening to Liverpool's project. It's now down to Florian Wirtz. If he wants to join the Premier League, Liverpool will be ready to pay important money to buy Leverkusen. I've not heard that word before, important money. We're usually monitoring, we're usually looking from afar, we're usually assessing the situation, assessing the whole saga. Right now, we're actually ready to use important money. I think every sort of money is important for me in life. I don't think you should look at life and say money's not important, because it really is. You can win the league without a striker, but you won't win without a quality midfield. I think I get that, but in terms of wanting a quality midfield, I think we need to look at a DM and maybe another set of midfield in terms of before a cam. But like I said, when one of the best attacking midfielders in world football comes available, the biggest clubs in the world should be in throwing their hat involved into it. And Liverpool are one of the biggest clubs in the world, and it's nice to see us actually properly looking at this and potentially going for it. Because it's really, usually we're pulled out by now. Usually we drag it along, and we're the ones that are panicking about, are we gonna get it done? Man City have pulled out. Bayern Munich are panicking a little bit in their side of the world, and Real Madrid. We've not really heard much about Real Madrid. That was one thing that was worrying about me. Is the Real Madrid interest of Florian Wirtz? Obviously, the Xabi Alonso going to Madrid as well. It makes sense for Wirtz and Alonso to go together. So as long as Real Madrid just stay to the side, just stay there, I can get more confident with Wirtz joining Liverpool. Just Real Madrid need to stay over there. For once in your life, Real Madrid, just stay away. Honestly, because let us have this. Whatever you've done to us in the past, right? You took Trent off us. That's yours now for that. FSG owes Arne Slot money to push for on and win again. You know why I feel sorry for in all this? If we go out and buy Wirtz, right? What's Jurgen Klopp thinking? Because he was not backed like this. Yeah, Slot's won the league in his first season without a backing, and he deserves the backing, but I think Klopp deserved the backing a little bit more. He must be fucking reeling, absolutely reeling. Apparently, Bayern were going to sign his sister for the women's team to help him sign him, but that deal is off now. Any truth in that? I've not heard about that, Alex, actually. I've not heard about that at all. Give me Wirtz and Cherky, you can keep Isak. I won't say no to Cherky either. 82% says Murph. That's a really rounded up. I thought you were going to round the number up, but 82%, that's a really random number. But yeah, there is some positive. There's some pessimistic and some optimistic votes in there as well. Alex spot on deal off. So Mr. Murph says here that the sister thing was a real thing. I've not seen that, you know. Frimpong, Kerkez, Wirtz, Adam Wharton, and a new centre back would be like the winning the lottery. It would be. It just be beautiful, wouldn't it? And I'm glad you put Adam Wharton in there. Not because it's just Adam Wharton. I think Adam Wharton's sensational himself. But I'm glad you put a DM in there. Because I'm glad you're realising how much we do need a DM. Especially if we sign Kerkez and if we sign Frimpong, how attacking they are. I don't think Gravenberch can do that by himself. I don't. I think John got fed up of Klopp near the end. He probably did, but that doesn't sit right with me. Because Klopp fucking worked miracles for him and made his sell to buy a success to a certain extent. Without Klopp, the whole project falls apart. Simple as that. So he needs to respect him with that. So let's go on to Milos Kerkez. Milos Kerkez is a top priority for Liverpool, according to Florian Plettenberg. I think we know that, Florian. I think we know that. You're not the Florian I want to listen to, by the way. The deal is on. So yeah, we saw yesterday that Kerkez deal is advancing with Liverpool, according to Romano, according to other sources as well. Lewis Steele being one of them. So I'm surprised. You know what? I'm surprised Frimpong's not been announced yet. I'm surprised. I mean, the reports yesterday was that he had his medical yesterday, and so we're sort of expecting that in the next 24 hours that he's probably done. But nothing as of yet today I've heard from Frimpong. It's been mainly Kerkez, I think Wirtz is just basically taking over the whole news outlet of Liverpool right now. I think it's just all about Wirtz. But Frimpong I expect to be done shortly. I said yesterday, maybe today, but I'm just going to say shortly now because the Bundesliga league is done. I think unless they are waiting till next week, because obviously the Premier League finishes this Sunday. Are they going to wait till next week where it's officially done to announce the Frimpong potentially? Bundesliga is done, so it can get over the line now. But Kerkez, I expect that to be the one after. I'm 100% on Frimpong. That's done for me. Kerkez, I'm like 98% that is done. I think that is going to be, as soon as the Frimpong's done, I think Kerkez will be the one next to be advanced, unless they really do fully focus on the Wirtz deal. But can we do 2 deals at once? I hope so. The general feel in Germany is a pleasant surprise because Liverpool doesn't usually spend big. I think they're probably shocked. They're probably shocked. In Germany, the Munich must be just like, what are you about? Liverpool are involved. They're actually serious about this as well. I think I'm like this as a fan, but do you think Klopp stayed too long last year? I heard he wanted to leave 22. Yeah, he wants to leave early, didn't he? But I'm sure him and his wife had a chat, and his wife sort of convinced him to stay. Klopp was just tired of it all, wasn't he? Klopp was just tired of it all. He was tired of the fixture schedules, the Premier League. He was tired of the officials. He was tired of working under FSG's restraints. He said plenty of times, look, I'm not in charge of the budget. He also said that he wanted to take more risks. He probably just tired of it all. He probably just all came to, and including working under FSG for me. And people won't want to say that. There's a lot of people out there that won't want to say that. But Klopp, working under FSG, must have played a role in that as well. They want to announce Wirtz and Frimpong together. What we should do is get it done this week. Get Wirtz done this week. Get Frimpong done this week. Get Kerkez done this week. And get him on parade bus next week. That's your announcement. That would break the internet. That would break the internet if that was to happen. Just an idea, Liverpool. I don't want any commission for that idea, but just an idea. If FSG get Wirtz, I will build a Lego statue of John Henry. I need right, Paul. All right, listen. If that happens, I need photographic evidence in our email. Our email is talkingredsfanchannel@gmail.com. Prove me that evidence. If we get Wirtz over the line, I want to see that statue of John Henry Lego statue of John Henry in our inbox, and I will bring it up on stream if you do it as well. I promise you. Do you think we announce Frimpong on Sunday morning before the game? Imagine the feel-good factor. I think you got to put a point here, Paul. Usually, they announce these sort of deals at the right. It's all about timing. This is how PR works as well. It's all about timing. It's all about marketing. And I was surprised that we didn't. If that loss on Monday night actually affected the league, it wouldn't surprise me if Frimpong was announced the next day just to calm everyone down, because it didn't have much effect on the league. Won the league already, champions already. Then we didn't see it. But yeah, it would be nice to see Frimpong done before Sunday, but it don't really matter as long as we get him done. I'm not too fussed how quick it is. Doesn't he want to wait 10 days for a decision? Says Andrew. I'm hearing new signings can only be pictured in our night kits. Adidas kicks in. Yeah, I'm going to speak about that actually, Mr. Murphy. I'm going to speak about that because, in fact, I'll just cover it now quickly about what Mr. Murphy just said here. Liverpool could be set for a new issue when it comes out to be unveiling new signings this summer. The club switched kit supplies to Adidas, but that doesn't officially happen until August the 1st. And I think I did a stream on this actually. So until August the 1st, which pre-season friendly start before that, Liverpool have to wear Nike still. And therefore, our new signings may have to be unveiled in a Nike kit. And this is quite important regarding Florian Wirtz specifically, because Florian Wirtz is an Adidas athlete. So, with regarding Florian Wirtz, whether we get him done early or not, do we unveil him? Not until August. Because I don't know how petty Adidas and Nike are. I don't know how petty these big companies are over each other. But are Adidas going to want to see their Adidas brand new player for his brand new club, who should be in an Adidas kit in August? Do they want to see him in a Nike kit just before that? I don't know about that one. Not sure why Edwards will have to travel to Boston to get approval. There's so many. That's what I'm saying, Ian. That's what I said at the start. It's really, really weird for me. It is basically asking your parents if you can go into the snack cupboard after you've eaten all your dinner. It's like very like, oh please. It does sound like really beggy to do that. when you could just call him over. Yeah, I don't like how that. I don't like how that happens. Really, Adidas was founded by Adidas. Yeah, it was a German company. His brother owns Puma. Whose brother owns Puma? Wirtz. I'm guessing you're on about Wirtz there. But yeah, that is random news of the day. Adidas and Nike. But yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is with that. So let's go on to Nunez anyway. Darwin Nunez finally could be leaving Liverpool Football Club. The long way has come, and Darwin Nunez has given the okay to join Atletico Madrid. The club has already spoken with the player, and everything has been said. They want him to join this summer, but Liverpool won't give him away just cheaply. You know what? I don't know what Liverpool are asking for, but they rejected, 70, 80 million back in January. Sometimes we've just got to cut our losses. And yes, we know we're sell to buy, but stop being this sell to buy. This is what I'm saying about sell to buy. Stop overpricing players. Nunez is shit. Sell him. If they offer 40 million, sell him. Get him gone. You're wasting time here. You're wasting time. Stop holding out for more money, because we rely on sell to buy. This is what I'm saying about the sell to buy. It doesn't work for me. You need to just get rid of him and replace him. And someone said there, sort of Alvarez. That's a big issue right now because I'll tell you why. Because the same source, the same outlet, Atletico Madrid, trust that in order for Darwin Nunez to get his level back, could partner him up with Julian Alvarez. That is what it's saying now. That is the reports right now. They're not just wanting to get Nunez to swap him for Alvarez. They want him to support Alvarez up top as a strike partner. And that'd be a big mistake by Liverpool, by the way, because we should be looking at getting Alvarez in, if that's the case. If we're getting rid of Nunez, you've got to use him as to get Alvarez in for me. But if Atletico Madrid want him to partner Alvarez, that's going to be a deal that could be, I won't say impossible to make, but it could be a very hard deal to make if they want to keep Alvarez as well. Who is sponsored by Nike or Adidas? It's sponsored by Adidas. It's sponsored by Adidas, which would make perfect sense for him to sign for Liverpool, be the new Adidas. You know, they like this sort of big brand thing. This is your Adidas player. This is our brand. It'll be massive. It'll be huge for Adidas. It'll be huge for Liverpool. This is why I don't know when Wirtz will be announced, whether it's done early or not, because August the 1st is when we actually officially join Adidas. Other than that, otherwise, this brand new Adidas player, this superstar we've got, is going to be unveiled in a Nike kit. And that doesn't go down well with marketing. Maybe they have to do with that, but it doesn't go down well. And I know how big companies market. I know how much they want to push this out there. I love the 8788 Adidas LFC kit. There's actually a picture, guys. If you go on Twitter, there's actually a picture, a rumoured picture, don't know if it's true or not yet, of Salah in the new kit. Long sleeved. Couldn't care less. One second. Couldn't care less if they wear. Let me get it up. I'll come up. Couldn't care less if they wear kit for Marks and Spencer's as long as they're signed. I don't care, but I'm just thinking towards the company side of things and marketing side of things. I know how they work. Taxi for Nunez, Jota, Kwanzaa, Simicast, Elliott. Thanks. Quite blunt there, Polo. Quite blunt there. Take what you can for Nunez. Honestly, at this point, I take a packet of Doritos. We shouldn't be outpricing him. I prefer him when my parent experience is vital. Says Polo. Boom says maybe he just wants to go to USA for a week. He could do. He might do. I doubt it. He's got to sweeten up John, which is quite weird for me. Got to wait August for fuck's sake, says Polo. If we can get Wirtz, pay 127 million, we'll get his cost for Alvarez. I think, the way we're pushing right now, right, and the way the Wirtz thing's coming out, if we don't get Wirtz, and I thought about this morning, because remember when we didn't get Caicedo, and then the rest of the summer we didn't get another person in. And we talk about money all the time, and everyone's like, "Where's the Caicedo money?" Could this happen again? If we don't get Wirtz, but we don't address a 10 or don't address that area of the pitch like a wide player or a 10, could we be saying, where's the Wirtz money? I'll just put that out there. And we'll come back to this. I'm hoping it doesn't come back to that, where we have to come back to this, but that could happen. Any players worth his salt would wear that Nunez's boots made in Japan. Problem is they don't pay. Keller is leaving too. Yes, you are absolutely right, Andrew. Don't forget about Mamadashvili. Mamadashvili is our first signing technically of the summer. Also, that was done last summer, but yeah, he's coming in this summer. If we don't get... Well, 1 second. Where's that gone now? If we don't get Wirtz, who else can we get? We need a goal scorer. If Liverpool buy Wirtz, then how much do you think FSG will be use in buying more necessary requirements? For example, CMD, CD. And this is the problem we have. We should be able to... Liverpool Football Club can afford Wirtz and address the other areas if they're allowed to. And that's been the issue. It's always been ultimatums in the past. When we bought Nunez, we bought Nunez and we neglected the midfield. But at the start of that window, our first priority was Tchouaméni, midfielder. We bought Nunez, and that was it. Apparently, we didn't want a midfielder anymore. It's always ultimatums. That's the issue. And people say, well, this is what we heard from Bellingham. Do you want Bellingham or do you want Bellingham or do you want four midfielders? When really, Bellingham could have been easily part of four midfielders. And this is what we're going to get now. Do you want Wirtz or do you want other places? When really, Liverpool Football Club should be able to afford Wirtz. Plus the sales. Don't forget the sales. We're going to make a lot of full sales. Wirtz and other areas as well. That's what should happen. I think we'll go get Cherky if Wirtz don't sign. I think Cherky for me is the one behind Wirtz. It's a big drop, but I'm happy with Cherky anyway. But the problem is now you're showing me Wirtz. What you show me now, you show me a 5-star hotel in Barbados, and you're expecting me to have a 5-week trip to Barbados in a 5-star hotel, or a 2-star hotel in Benidorm for 2 nights. That's you've shown me that. You show me that holiday now. I'd rather you not show me the Wirtz. If you're not going to go get Wirtz, don't show me him. Just go get me Cherky for. You got me up for Wirtz now. What do you think happens to Doug and Bacecic? I think Bacecic will be used more this season. Dirk, I think we're going to use him as a sale. I think sometimes loan deals that are successful in the Championship are good for bringing him back just for experience and a very, very good league in the Championship. But it's also good for raising money if you don't see him as a future there. And I think that's what Liverpool have done there with Dirk. Flying Boston because John Henry wants to go over the deal before the deal is sealed. John Henry does it with the Red Sox. I get it, but I find it really strange. Like I said, it's like asking your parents, can I go get a snack out of the cupboard? But we're not children here. We're not parents here. They should be able to do over the phone for me. It's just John Henry just does not want to let that money go. He's got to be, yeah. As Polo said, FSG, a penny pension. We have many assets we can sell, maybe 200 million worth plus money under John Henry's bed. Is that Caicedo money? Still haven't found that Caicedo money, by the way. So happy we didn't get Bellingham that fraud. If Edwards' news correct, I suspect he'll pitching options that said I'm 70-30. Is that 70-30 positive 70-30? Hey, I presume it is with a winky face. I presume it is. So Darwin Nunez looks like to be on the way out. Another player potentially on the way out is Luis Diaz as well. Hansi Flick, obviously Barcelona coach, has given his approval to sign Luis Diaz. According to, let me get the source up, Tony Joan Marte, who is a journalist in Barcelona. Diaz is very excited to join Barcelona. However, he doesn't want to go through any hassle and wants guarantees about his registration. If you're excited about joining Barcelona, there's the door. I'll always say that. if you want to go play for another club and you're excited about it, the door's there. And I really like Diaz, but there's times I don't like how everything that's happened in the background of Diaz. I don't like all this talk about Barcelona constantly. His dad saying that about Barcelona being is like the destination in the end. Just stop talking. Respect the club that you're at. And then if you want to go, if your dream's Barcelona as a South American, that's just standard. Barcelona and Real Madrid are normally the options in the end, normally the end dream for the players like this. But don't say anything whilst you're at Liverpool. Respect the club that you're at. And I think Mac Allister said this before, actually. Mac Allister said this, and that's why I absolutely love Mac Allister for what he's done. Mac Allister obviously linked with Real Madrid. We're going to talk about that in just a second. So Real Madrid, I really wanted him, but Liverpool making him unsellable at the price, potentially. But yeah, Mac Allister said, look, I respect the club I'm at. That's what I do. And that's what you should always do. And I think this is what I'm saying about the Trent situation. I'm going to get onto that in just a bit because something's blown up on our TikTok about that Trent situation because Trent hasn't respected the club or the fans the way he's gone about things. And I think that's what the first and foremost thing you guys are not bothered about. If people want to leave Liverpool, go, but respect the club. LFC need to sell Nunez ASAP. Jota, Kwanzaa, Tsimikas, Elliot, please go now. Paul, you're blunter than me. I thought I was blunt. Diaz said last week he wanted to stay and sign a new deal. I thought so that as well. If Diaz wants to go and sell him ASAP, but I still think Diaz does want to go in the end. But if he stays, like I said, I'm happy either way. To be honest, Nunez' sound is more realistic than Atletico. Sounds fake to me, said Baldwin regarding Diaz. I think the Nunez one is just whether Saudi come back because Al Hilal don't need him now. It was not Al Hilal, was it? It was Al Nazir that wanted Nunez in January, but they went and got John Duran, so they won't come back. It depends on who does come back in Saudi Arabia for Nunez. I think that would be like the destination for me. But if Atletico Madrid are the one, they would need to use him as a bargaining tool to get Alvarez for me. But as the report says, Atletico Madrid want Nunez and Alvarez to play together. Mac is one to take over Liverpool, even up at manager level. I absolutely love Alexis Mac Allister. Absolutely love Alexis Mac Allister. His attitude, the way he is, and if he goes to Real Madrid at some point, then fair enough. I can accept that. But as long as he respects Liverpool from there on, if he does go to Real Madrid at some point, as long as he respects Liverpool, does all he can for Liverpool, but respectfully leaves, then no one has any qualms for me. And this is what I'm going to talk about now, actually. Jacob Steinberg and The Guardian also said Liverpool, Real Madrid admire Alexis Mac Allister, but signing him will be very difficult. He's a key player for Liverpool and is likely to be too expensive. Real Madrid want controlling midfielder like Alexis Mac Allister and Hugo Larsson, according to reports. So, yeah, this is the issue, isn't it? This is the issue. We win the Premier League, and the standout performers in that Premier League season, you're going to get admirers. And unless you like Barcelona or Real Madrid, you're always going to get admirers. Even Man United in their pomp, Man United winning title after title after title. Ronaldo goes to Madrid. Beckham goes to Madrid. So even when everything is looking good, everything, winning on the pitch, we're still going to be very wary of keeping our players and certain players as well. So I'm not worried about Alexis Mac Allister in the near future. I think Alexis Mac Allister will go to Real Madrid at some point if he keeps this up, and later down the line he wants a new challenge. Like I said, as long as he respects Liverpool throughout that way, doesn't talk to him behind the back, doesn't do this, doesn't do that, we get. I've never had any qualms of people leaving Liverpool. It's just how you do it. That's the issue for me. Do you think Gomez stays? It's a tricky one, that, because I think if anyone goes, it's awful because there's potential of Kwanzaa potentially going, or Gomez potentially going, but then we've also got the Konate situation. The Konate situation is still there as well with his contract. So regarding the actual defense and who goes, depends heavily on other defenders. which is quite tricky actually. 200 million for Maka, says Paolo. I wouldn't even want that. I want half a billion. Price goes up for 70% for Real Madrid now. Yep, it does. It does. You know, like I keep saying that we can't go back to Brighton for the next 30 years because they want more money for Mac Allister. Madrid didn't get anyone off us for less than 300 million. I don't even care if it's Darwin Nunez. 300 million stuck on him for 100. Ornstein Bomber coming out at 11 p.m, says Christian here. Some saying regarding Wirtz. Who made Ornstein God, says Paolo. News around today, Konate talks back on. I was about to talk about that actually, Paul. Must mean Nunez and Jota to be sold, money to go towards Wirtz. I think that would be brilliant. So yeah, let's start with L'Equipe, French outlet. Very recently, new negotiations took place between agents of Ibrahim Konate and Richard Hughes. They will resume in 1 to 2 weeks' time, with one goal for Liverpool to conclude the deal before the end of the summer. I think that's, regardless of what happens with Konate, whether he stays or he goes, it needs to be decided this summer. Needs to be. Because if it isn't decided this summer, then he's going for free next summer. We either sell him this summer or we sign him on this summer. That's what needs to happen. Real Madrid won't pay 200, that's the point. You know what they could do, you know. Well, they'll probably talk to him behind his back and then they'll agree for him for free. Nah, they won't. But yeah, I think we should never sell to Real Madrid. Now that's it. They've built the bed. They have. So yeah, let's talk about Federico Chiesa then. Another report coming out today about Chiesa and Napoli. Napoli have been working on a deal to bring Federico Chiesa since the start of May, and even tried bringing him on loan in January. Liverpool blocked the move. Chiesa is willing to take a pay cut in order to join Napoli this summer. That is according to second. It's according to an outlet. I think it's in Italy. Yeah, an outlet in Italy. So yeah, the Chiesa situation is quite sad, really. It is. It's just unfortunate for him. And this is always going to be the problem when you're looking at opportunistic signings all the time. Sometimes we go out there and get proper players because people come available at the right price. That sometimes doesn't work out, and that's what's happened with Chiesa. He hasn't been favoured by Slot, and is injured most of the time. But when he has played, it's just a shame that he hasn't played enough when he has been fit. And I think he's deserved to start over Nunez, started over Jota. And finally on Monday, we saw it. We saw him start. But it's just a shame it's come too late. Just listen to Romana, always spot on. Romana's not always spot on, you know. I've been talking about news like this for a long, long time. Romana's not always spot on. Liverpool are the most watched team on the planet, and in 5 years' time, we will be most valuable. I don't think anyone will ever be more than Real Madrid in terms of value. They're just ridiculous. When Barca and Real calling the temptation is hard to resist, Mac Allister will go to Real Madrid if he has another season like he's had this season. You know what? And that's the thing, Monty. I do. If he goes at some point in his career, then fair enough. But I've always said the same thing. As long as he's respectful, as long as he don't say anything bad about the club, do anything to against the club, then that's absolutely fine. And I want to talk about the Trent situation just for a brief moment, because I did. I don't know if anyone's seen the clip of Jason Cundy talking about Liverpool fans saying the bullies for booing Trent Alexander-Arnold. He used the word bullies, and I responded to it. And if you go onto our TikTok on Talking Reds TikTok now, right now, you'll see that the tweet that the TikTok I've just done has just blown up a little bit in response to Jason Cundy, because I think it's an absolute pathetic wording of Liverpool fans calling them bullies. And the reason why he thinks we're booing Trent, or I say we, I won't boo personally, but the reason why he thinks some Liverpool fans are booing Trent is because he's just leaving us. Is because he's leaving us and he's going for a new challenge. There's nothing about, it doesn't say anything about how he's dealt the saga, how he's spoken to Real Madrid for 2 years, how he's put on this facade about staying in Liverpool, being here forever, being the captain of Liverpool. He hasn't spoken about how the celebration of that to Liverpool fans. He hasn't spoken about anything else other than the fact that it's just going. So rivals are still getting this mixed up here. people aren't pissed off at Trent or frustrated at Trent because he's going. There are going to be, and don't get me wrong, there are going to be fans out there that won't accept him going no matter what. Because as a Scouse or Liverpool fan, they won't accept it. But I'm old enough and wise enough to know, like, people have different dreams. People don't think like me. I might stay a Liverpool fan for the rest of my life. Liverpool, if I was in this situation, I'd have stayed at Liverpool for the rest of my life. But I'm old enough to know that not everyone thinks like that. He might want a new challenge, and fair enough. But like I say, he hasn't done it in the correct way at all. He's disrespected the fans. He disrespected the club, and even doing the announcement video the way he did, no emotion at all, and the timing of it, it's just very disrespectful. And it's really, really sad. It's really, really sad that it's ended like this. And we saw the other night against Brighton. I don't know if anyone saw him after the game, how he looked not upset. He looked really angered or upset at something. And people say it's because he's realised. I don't think it's that he's realised. I don't think he cares. If I'm honest, I think what he wanted is a goodbye, a proper goodbye. The way De Bruyne got one, and maybe this has had to happen for him to realise how he has dealt with it. And I'm hoping sometime in the next 5 to 10 years, he looks back and said, "Yeah, I handled that so badly. Why didn't I let them know earlier? Why didn't I, do the things that I did and say the things that I said? I should have really, maybe even like signed on a little contract or something like that, just to give the some money back or something. Just, it should have done it all completely differently. And I'm hoping it does realise at some point. Chance the Scouts always will be. Can't wait until Trent goes, says Mr. Murphy. Frimpong unveiled tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Get in, fellas. Titchy is that what your prediction is? So, yeah, I remember that, actually. You mentioned Mac Allister and Brighton. At least Mac Allister made sure they got some. It's not even just about the money, though. I think the club are partly to blame on that. Because if the club's known about this for a long time, they either force the move to the point where, well, if you're staying, you're not playing. But we've allowed Real Madrid to basically run the whole narrative. So I sort of blame the club slightly on terms of him going for free. But as a fan, and I just think, I don't like how he's handled it all at all. If Trent had 4 stinkers and 30% of the fans would be, said Pal, I'll get it up there. So yeah. I just wanted to address that really quickly because I didn't like what Jason Cundy just said. I think it's disgraceful what he said. So yeah, go to our TikTok and find out my reaction to that. It was still blowing up before I came on here. So yeah, Luis Diaz to Barcelona potentially, Nunez to Atletico Madrid. So we would need a striker regardless of Wirtz. If Wirtz comes in, we still need a striker. And Hugo Ekitike has always been the number one target from my recollection. It's always been the one that's been spoken about most at Liverpool in terms of bringing her forward. And it's been confirmed today. Fabrice Hawkins, a journalist for RMC Sport, says Liverpool are one of the clubs that have approached Hugo Ekitike and his club Eintracht Frankfurt. So we saw the Sesko news yesterday. We've seen Ekitike back again today. Isak's now a pipe dream. I'm done. I was done with Isak before we even started. To be honest, I said it on here. Like, I'm not even getting me upset for Isak. This is why I can't get me upset for Wirtz. Let's get this up here. Wirtz coming in 2 weeks. Bayern have dropped out. FSG approved funds. Says hello. Bayern have dropped out. Just hearing. Hang on 1 second. Have they? Let me have a look at this. Where are you getting this, guys, from? I need to see this. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to. So, let me have a look at this. I've not seen anything yet. Where are you hearing this that Bayern have dropped out? Nothing's up. I'll have a look in the group chat. Something will be posted in the group chat. I'm absolutely certain. No, nothing. I've not seen anything about Bayern dropping out, guys. Are you winding me up here? Are you winding me up? Although, 1 second. 1 minute past 6. Fabrizio Romano bomber though, not on Wirtz. Liverpool have made contact. This is breaking news, guys. This is breaking news. Liverpool have made contact to understand the situation of Alexander Isak. But the message was very clear from Newcastle United. They don't want to sell the player. Not an easy deal at all. So, according to Romano, Liverpool have made contact for Alexander Isak. That is the breaking news, according to Romano. Alexander Isak, we are making contact for the Swedish striker. That's massive. Oh, I don't even want to think about this. Imagine Isak and Wirtz. Just. I'm absolutely certain. Richard Hughes or someone at that club watches this channel, because I literally did a stream on 3 ambitious signings. Isak, Wirtz. I can't think who the other one was. Cause me and Patricia did it, and I picked 3 and he picked 3, and I did Isak. I did Rodrigo, Isak, Rodrigo, and Wirtz. But this was before we knew Salah and Van Dijk were staying. Because I said if Salah goes, we've got to get every Rodrigo. I don't know where people are getting this from either. Someone says it's not true. There's a Bayern insider who posted that Bayern are out. Yeah, see, yeah, the pick as AI. Oh, thanks for telling me, Polo. Because everyone's posting that pic of Salah in the Adidas kit. There was a video by someone. Where are the people getting this from? Chinese Whispers me thinks. I thought that. I've not seen anything about Bayern dropping out. I've seen that Bayern Twitter account, that big one, saying I don't think that's going to happen to Bayern. Other than that, I've not seen them saying dropping out. But yeah, the breaking news is a contest. Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool have made contact for Alexander Isak. Isak and Wirtz. If we got Isak and Wirtz and address the left back and right back and the DM, I would stand up and applaud FSG. And that's saying something. I would stand up and applaud FSG. And people are saying Anthony Gordon if Diaz leaves as well in the chat as well. So, yeah, Bayern dropping out on the video by Tom Heaven a short while ago. I've still not seen it, mate. If that happens, we will dominate for years. I mean, if that happens, mate, honestly, I will. But you guys need to give me something to do. If we sign Isak and Wirtz, address a right back, left back, and a DM, if we do all that, you guys have got to give me something to do. I'll do on stream. Nothing too bad, but you can give me something to do because I will be absolutely ecstatic. Isak said, Monty, now that's a madness. That's just go out now. Fabrizio Romano said that we've made contact with Newcastle for Isak, but Newcastle have made it clear that is not for sale. But so it's not an easy deal at all if we were to do it. But the fact that we've made contact, it's something, isn't it? It's something. But yeah, guys, in the chat, let me know something that I can do if we sign that. Raf Hohenstein Journo said Bayern can't afford 130 million. 600 million plus all of them. Anyone seen what the Wirtz post is on X that's gone viral? Hey, are you... Monty says, Tom, FIFA heaven, I need some better sauces. You might as well just put ketchup on there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll only give you guys credible sources. So yeah, they're saying now that the picture of Salah in the Adidas kit has been altered. That's what people are saying. Nonetheless, it looks like a really weird. If it's an AI one, it's really strange. It's like shot in like freaking Nokia 3310s, which is very, very strange indeed. Oh, by the way, guys, in 5 minutes' time, we're Spurs fans. I mean, you might as well just said tomato sauce did actually provide that evidence, because I've not heard that. and I'm always looking at the news to give you guys the news. I'm always looking at Twitter to give you guys the news at night time. I've got to make sure I'm on it. But yeah, I've not heard anything about Bayern pulling out at all. And I'm sure it'd be in our group chat if the Bayern was to pull out. I'm telling you now, it'll be certainly in our group chat. But yeah, in 5 minutes' time, I'm a Tottenham fan for the next 90 minutes, 120 minutes, including the half time. But yeah, say come on Tottenham. Make sure you do beat United tonight. It would be hilarious. It would be absolutely hilarious. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining me tonight. It's been wow. I'm actually overwhelmed by how many people are starting to join the lives now. Just a few months back, I was streaming for 1 or 2 people live, and now I'm getting so many people watching it, and not just watching it, getting involved in the comments. It's just, it actually means a lot. It means a lot. It really does. I want to create a very, very good channel for you guys. I don't just want to give you news. I want to give you some very, very good content as best I can from the budget I have. I want to do the best I can to give you some good content and try to keep you updated on news, but talk to you as well in the chats and really create a good community with you guys at home. I just appreciate everyone that comes in, especially the ones that come in every night. I just appreciate you all. Thank you so much. We're not Spurs fans, but we're against Man United fans. How about that? But I am cheering on Spurs tonight. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining in tonight. Thank you. Make sure you do to help us out massively. Liking the video would help us out massively. Just liking the video, it helps us with the YouTube side of things and helps us get his name out there, gets the channel out there as best as we can. And like I said it last night, the bigger we grow, the better content I make. I've got so many brilliant ideas for this channel to make brilliant content for you guys. So to help us grow, to like the video, subscribe to the channel would be massive. Thank you for watching. I'll speak to you all very, very soon. I'll speak to you all tomorrow and have a great night watching